Stay tuned this week for some mouth-watering ramen, the chef who can't stop rocking, and some insights to this delectable bowl that you won't find anywhere else.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Japan Love Walker here at Ramen Walker Kitchen. I gotta tell you something. My favorite type of ramen is Shoyu ramen. There's nothing that makes me feel greater joy than having a simple but perfectly crafted bowl of Shoyu ramen. This week at Ramen Walker Kitchen, we have just that. This week's bowl is brought to you by Tokyo New Mixture Noodles Yatagarasu Chikara. Whew, I can't believe I was able to say that. And they brought a wonderfully delicate and elegant bowl of Shoyu ramen. So let's get into it and grab a bowl.
This week's Shoyu broth is made by first extracting the delicious flavors from dried mackerel, bonito, kelp, shiitake mushrooms, and a dash of chicken-based soup, then boiling this stock all together with a blend of soy sauces, red wine, Japanese sake, rice wine, and liqueurs to create a complex shoyu broth. When preparing the bowl, the broth is mixed with rich oils including duck, hen, truffles, and aromatic vegetables, as well as fresh soy sauce. Adding carefully selected wheat noodles made from wheat grown in Nagano, the bowls are complemented with premium pork shoulder loin, anchovy and garlic infused bamboo shoots, and finally topped with an onion leaf and watermelon radish garnish. This week I went with the deluxe bowl, which added a slice of pork belly char siu, a soy sauce infused egg, and 2 pork and chicken wontons mixed with shiso. Other bowls on offer this week included a variation of the shoyu ramen featuring a homemade and perhaps controversially, a non-spicy variant of Japanese pepper oil. Lastly, tsukemen variants of both bowls were also on offer.
One thing that is often in Kodawari ramen is the type of broth being a chintan broth. Chintan literally just means clear broth. Now it's not completely seafood, but when you compare it to something like tonkotsu, which has a very thick and creamy broth that's basically opaque, chintan ramen is translucent and more often than not is a lighter broth. So anybody who doesn't like really heavy ramen, these kinds of ramen bowls are perfect for you. And here we are, the chintan shoyu ramen. And I'm super excited for this. Try the broth. Very shoyu-y broth. Oh, fantastic.
The best way to describe this bowl is to highlight the complexity that can be given in simplicity. At face value, the soup looks like a standard shoyu broth, and the base ramen is elegantly designed to be light on toppings but evoke a whirlwind of flavor as you eat it. The relatively light broth was matched perfectly with the thin straight noodles that was slightly al dente and rather wheaty.
Nice and firm, thin, straight noodles.
The anchovy and garlic bamboo shoots were amazing. With the broth having a slight fish essence, the bamboo shoots were emphasized in their added flavor and was a great addition to the bowl. This week's ajitama was the height of creaminess. The yolk melted into my bites and the soy sauce infusion was amplified with the shoyu broth. Since I opted for the deluxe bowl, I was also greeted to 2 wontons which had a slightly earthy essence, in part thanks to the shiso mixed inside. I tend to prefer shrimp wontons in my ramen, but the chicken and pork combo still hit all the right marks. Onto the meat. While tender, the pork belly was a bit too fatty for my liking. In contrast, the pork shoulder loin was the exact level of tenderness I look for in thinly sliced char siu, and it was a wonderful flavor too. This kind of pork is the ultimate pair for an elegant shoyu broth like this. Overall, I was more than satisfied with this simple yet complex bowl of chintan shoyu ramen. I will definitely make a trip to Suidobashi to try this bowl once again.
東京ドームのお膝元、水道橋から来ました、ヤタガラスの井山力です。よろしくお願いします。僕のやってるヤタガラスは、2016年の8月3日に、オープンしました。ちょうど、次の8月で7周年になるんですけど、8月の3日と4日、7周年記念イベントをやるので、そちらもぜひご期待ください。 僕がラーメンの世界に入ったのはもともと実家が飲食店やってるってこともあって何もやることなかった僕は20代半ばの頃にラーメンを勝手に研究し始めてそれで独学でオープンした形になります。だから今のヤタガラスはもうラーメンではないようなメニューがたくさんありますが、僕が誰よりもラーメン好きなので、僕の作ってるものは全部ラーメンだと思っています。はい、ぜひお店の方にも足を運んでみてください。この間埼玉スーパーアリーナに、ガンズ&ローゼスが来た時に、言っていたんですけれども、アクセルもスラッシュも、変わらずずっとヒット曲をやり続けて、俺たちのロックはここにあるって言ってたので、常に生で同じことでも進化させていくのがロックンロールだと思ってます。僕もそんなロックンロールなラーメン屋でいたいと思ってます。Keep on rocking.
Now I just want to take a second to explain what Ramen Walker Kitchen is. Every single week, a chef from across the country comes to Ramen Walker Kitchen and shows off their signature dishes, tries out new things for their menus, and even serves special one-off menus just for Ramen Walker Kitchen. It is one of the most unique ramen stores in the whole of Japan for that very reason. Every week, some of the best and brightest and most creative ramen chefs come to Ramen Walker Kitchen and show off their bowls. You can find Ramen Walker Kitchen at Tokorozawa, Sakuratown. I tend to shoot these videos on a Wednesday, so if you do end up coming to the Ramen Walker Kitchen, say hello.